Up this unassuming gravel road is supposed to be a place I can put my kayak in the water. Me and Freya are right now gonna go out on the Sassafras River in Galena, Maryland. All of our equipment is at hand, so let's go explore. And Freya just jumped in the kayak, and we are certainly geared up, and we are just about to push off from the beach. And Freya is such a champ. She's having a blast. She hopped right in the boat. She's sniffing, she's listening. And look at this new piece of water to check out. So I'm gonna put my cell phone away and let's paddle around. Are you ready to paddle around, Freya? You ready to go? Okay, we're ready. This Sassafras River flows right past the end of the road that my church is on. It's a tributary of the Chesapeake Bay. And famously, in 1608, Captain John Smith explored these waters. I think we're going upstream this way. It's going to be windy, so I'm going to have to cover it. But there's my van, and where we put the... Oh my goodness. How wonderful is that? But there's my van, where we parked and put our kayak in, and this is the way that we're going. Is that an eagle? Big just flew up there. I think it was another hawk. Isn't this beautiful? My plan is to paddle upriver a ways and then just float back. It's gonna be a little tricky though. Well, maybe not. My van is visible from the water, so I should be able to find the boat launch I got on. All right. It's probably not showing up on camera, but we're in a wave. Oh, you can hear it. There they go. boat's not even in the water. This must be someone's backyard. And this is their dock. Very nice. Pretty impressive. And the view from up there must be awesome. There's been a lot of trees down, and there was bad storms here within the last 5 so days. Serious flooding and erosion. You can see how devastating so many trees down. This is a pretty wide river. Unless this is another fork of it. I don't want to get lost. There's a sign. Let's see what the sign says. Oh, it's probably that person's dock. I think it says don't go there. It's that person's dock or property. But this is a pretty big piece of water. Beautiful homes. Looks like they're building something over there. Right? What are they building? Yeah, it says private property on that sign. I saw some birds over here though I wanted to see. This is just a huge piece, but there's no current over here. There's some birds. It's hard to hold the camera still when you're on a boat with a dog. Trying to zoom in. I think those are mergansers out there. Well, I think this is where we're gonna start floating back. Right now we're just in a great big, I think the water continues on maybe that way a little bit. I don't have a map. But there's no real current right here. We're just sort of spinning, looking at birds, and the dog's been enjoying herself too. It's really quiet and sparkly, and then the boat comes by and makes waves and excitement for a little while, and then it goes back to relaxing. The birds flew away. Something just splashed really big over there. I'm sure you couldn't see it in the camera. Maybe you could. I'll have to look at it at home. This is future us, and I know this is the gimpiest way for me to show you this, but this right here is the road, the little gravel road that we drove up, and this is the major highway, and this is the small road that leads to my church, about 8 minutes that way. And I think that this area right here was the big space that we were just lollying in. And that big boat that we saw was right around here somewhere. So this is what we kayaked today. Here. There's red lobelia. Perennial red lobelia. Very cool. Freya. Oh, I think this is that private property. We better... Yeah, let's get back out here. The water is really warm. Once we get around this little turn here, we should just float. You're making the boat lean, Freya. You need to sit in the middle. Alright, now we should be out in the current and just able to steer a little bit and float right on back. Freya, you have to not sit in my lap. You have to sit in the bottom of the boat, Freya. think we're supposed to be right on the other side of where those fallen tree is. Right where that guy just fished. I think that's where our van is. I've had to do a lot of paddling for this relaxing float. And part of the reason is because she keeps tipping the kayak in the opposite direction that we need. And I have discovered that you can steer this thing a little bit just by leaning like on a bicycle. But Freya's not gonna help with that. You stay until I say, Freya. You wait till I say. All right, get the heck out. Go ahead, pull. Pull me up there, go ahead. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you for being here with me and Freya. We really appreciate you. Please make sure you like this episode and subscribe so we'll see you on the next one. Until then, bye for now.